Hello and welcome back, everyone, to StarCraft 2 on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries for the Legacy of the Void campaign. And in this episode, we'll be going into Brothers in Arms, as we are fighting with Raynor and his siege tanks, and his marauders, and his marines, and his bunkers, and his mind wipe.
Raynor, what is happening? The hybrid are channeling void energy into the keystone. The resulting psionic disruption has overwhelmed the
Yep.
turrets. Deploy our
Their squishy little brains cannot handle the electromagnetic interference.
I wish our Immortals did enough damage to six-shot the hybrid. That would be nice.
Felt like I was losing my damn mind.
The keystone is recharging, Commander. They will surely activate it again soon. We must reclaim it.
You ain't kidding. Let's lock and load.
So this is the second. This is at least the second mode that we've seen the Keystone have access to. We know it's got an Zerga eradicating energy wave. It also has a shorter range version of that disable that Menx used, and now it has the ability to channel void energies in order to stun Terrans. The fuck doesn't the Keystone do, Mr. Cloud?
End the mission?
No, it does definitely end the mission, because once we retrieve it, the mission is over. So,
Defenses in place. Bring the heat.
all right. So this is our new unit, and effectively our replacement for the Reavers from StarCraft 1, the Immortals. I love the Immortals. They're extremely tanky. They're kind of cheap, at least relatively cheap. They're relatively fast. They have some of the best factions. They have some of the best factional variants in the game, and they are honestly just a really good fucking frontline unit. The problem that Immortals tend to have is that their damage output is not nearly as high as their tank ability. So it is a bit difficult to actually have them be your only unit that you have in your force. They kind of need zealots or stalkers in line in order to be able to deal with a good portion of the foes that they end up fighting. That said, this is a mission where you can, if you want, attempt to use only Immortals. I don't recommend it personally. You're gonna want Stalkers at some point for the aerial units. Also, it's important to actually, for the early stages of this mission, it's important to push out your Immortals almost as far as you can, specifically so that you can start forming up whatever the hell you want your starting battle lines to be.
Any Protoss technology they've collected to you.
And as Valerian mentions, there are some research sites for us to actually rescue, and successfully doing so will actually give us some pretty interesting steroids. I think this one specifically gives us access to a science vessel, and the science vessels.
raided a Dominion facility.
No, this is medics. Okay. The medics will actually help Raynor stay alive when he starts doing his pushes, but he won't actually start doing pushes until about halfway through the mission.
Big man needs big spider crab leg robot.
I wouldn't call them crab legs. I'd call them Centaurian legs. No! Our first Immortal has been slain!
That's an oxymoron.
Hierarch, I'm detecting a significant energy spike. I expect the keystone will emit another disruption.
Yes,
Sorry,
it will. And it will be
paradox.
our job to kill as many of the opposing hybrid and Mobius core Terrans as we can. But now we need more. But now we need some additional pylons.
Other examples of paradoxes: a quick hour, a bright night.
I actually think a quick hour is not a paradox, because an hour is a very set in stone measurement of time. So as such, it can actually feel as though it is going by faster than it's supposed to.
That stupid genius.
And stupid genius is definitely a thing, although it's usually more insulting than that.
You are the dumbest smart person I've ever met. Well, see, that is not a paradox, because not every smart person is necessarily as smart as the other.
Alright, so now we've effectively decided that this is going to be our primary battle line. And by that I mean we used our warp and reinforcements in order to take down the hybrid casters from here. Also, every time you push down a major reinforcement zone, Raynor will get the ability to reinforce this area with his own reinforcement support structures, as Pascarda is alluding to.
So the disruption is stopping Mobius core too?
Yes, because the Mobius core are still Terrans. They're still affected by the Mind Stun.
But the hybrids are not. I see.
Yeah, because the hybrids are the ones initiating the stun, so they get to be immune to it for a while.
So you are impelled to defend because your defenses get frozen up by the disruption, but you're also impelled to attack because the offense against you also is being disrupted. Interesting.
Yeah.
Commander, our forces are ready. The Dominion is engaging Mobius core.
Commander, we've unfucked ourselves. What are your orders?
Specifically, take down these Banshees, because I don't want to do it anymore.
For your help. Our last science vessels are on their way to the front
Alright,
line.
these science vessels are honestly really goddamn cool, because since we're playing as Protoss, the majority of our units are robotic. And the science vessels therefore have the ability to generate additional health and shield for our units, assuming that they would actually stay with us. But they're choosing to go help Raynor instead.
We've broken their defenses. Let's get some bunkers out there.
Yes, specifically, Raynor throws down a barracks and like 2 bunkers in this spot, making it significantly easier for him to defend it.
Our nexus. Prepare for battle.
Or both, depending on how they feel about religion.
Quiet, you faceless man!
Now, there are 2 distinct lanes in this map. You have Raynor's lane and you have Valerian's lane. Honestly, I tend to stick towards Raynor's lane for a majority of the mission, specifically because I find it actually easier to reinforce this one, given its location to our starting position. However, the other bonus, the final bonus objective is at the end of Valerian's lane, so we're gonna have to figure out how to get down there eventually. Now this is us attempting to do that now. I really need to go make more pylons at home. Yeah.
Minute 30.
This is the big problem with the streaming reinforcement strategy that Raynor is using, though, because he never actually builds a strong enough force to actually, take down these points, just enough to poke at them and be annoying. And because these are entrenched positions, streaming forces at them doesn't actually do anything.
Alright, so you got about another 30 seconds before you should start retracting your forces to prepare for the defense.
Well, we've got 6 Immortals on the front line right now. Surely 6 Immortals will be able to take down any amount of hybrid that come at us. Right, Mr. Cloud?
Well, yeah, just as long as they're not attacking you at the base where you're vulnerable.
Nah, my base isn't vulnerable. It's got 4 photon cannons.
Hierarch, I'm detecting a significant energy spike.
There, Valerian has been Valerian has been successfully pushed into the next battle line for him.
Dominion SCVs, establish a fortification line here.
What's going on? SCV ready. We hear ya.
Alright, and now advance towards the bonus objective. There's a Viking. There's a Viking here, so we wanted to get some up. There's also a battle cruiser, so.
Oh yeah, take out that battle cruiser, son. Or can you?
I can take down the battle cruiser, but it's going to take my stalkers a little while to do it because battle cruisers are still tanky.
Right, and then we'll take time. But we have an abundance of time because they've been frozen in place like dipshits.
And there, battle cruiser's taken out. Now, as long as we take down this bunker and the forces that are attacking that command center.
The hybrid have deployed the porno mags. The humans have become distracted.
And whoosh! Unfortunately, hybrid behemoths are immune to stun, so that is sad. Or at least they're immune to the Centurion stun.
Thank heavens. Almost everyone died.
Hey, shut up, you. You're supposed to be disrupted.
Yeah.
Emperor Valerian, we have secured all of the threatened facilities.
See, Valerian can talk because he's out of range, but
Yeah.
I call narrative dissonance because the humans are supposed to be under control by the hybrids.
Yeah. So it's new in the world of Cloud as we continue to push slowly forward in Brothers in Arms.
Well, you know very well, as I was updating you, I'm happy to share with our viewers that, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is freaking pretty cool. Yeah. I'm only just starting, but I kind of like the automated systems. I'm not used to having automated systems for my Yu-Gi-Oh! That will just do the things that the cards are programmed to do, which would explain why it took me most of an hour to get the fucking thing on my mobile device.
I'm personally not a big fan that it's got a mobile iteration, but you know, whatever will actually work for us.
Yeah, whatever makes Konami feel like they're earning a buck, as long as their percentage is positive. They need to sell more cards, god damn it.
Also, this is just a little bit of bullshit right here. The fact that the hybrid behemoths count as biological units so medevacs can actually heal them. I do not like that.
Well, yeah, because they're hybrid. They have component of living and non-living
I get that
parts.
they're hybrid and are therefore biological units, but I don't like that well, that's the thing. I was just bringing up that the science vessels technically have the ability to heal us, so fine. Cross-factional support is definitely a thing that I like in certain instances.
Well, yeah, because the Myochlorian are present in all living beings in the universe. They must be one with the Force.
Okay, one Banshee down.
Well, it does even the playing field, doesn't it? That not only can we heal our units, but our opponents can heal our units, too. That's
We
the only
can't
thing...
heal our units yet, though. We don't have access to the Sentry yet.
Well, we have Medivacs.
No, we don't.
But the scientist assured me that he was
The
going to provide
scientists
some
did
medical
throw
aid.
medics, medevacs, and science vessels at James's forces, but we are not a member of James's forces now, are we?